I'm going to put in a dip real quick, and I'm going to talk about the messed up world of gang stalking. I'm going to talk about how they try to destroy someone's thought process. They try to cloud your thinking with drugs, covert drugging. I'm going to talk about very calmly. I'm going to talk about the subsequent phases and stages of gang stalking. All right. Like I said, I'm going to put it in a quick dip. And I'm an athlete. I'm a former hockey player, still athlete. And if I would, guys, I'm just starting an online store right now. And what I would do, but I don't qualify yet, I might find a way to get around it, is I would give you a link to my store to buy some merch, but I may just give you, I might just put the link in the comment section and let you guys go to it either way, or find another way to convey it on another platform. I'm going to get on other platforms besides YouTube where we can put, voice and audio and picture and motion picture and all that stuff together with, and I make sure to have that stuff available. Security system on the other side of it to make sure that I've got motion picture, audio, visual, color, and good lighting. And if there's not good lighting, I've got, what I'm talking about is just what I can use to my advantage to help bust these perps. And I can say, ever since I started, oddly enough, using a complete offline security system, because I can't use my online camera that saves and archives records, the Blink camera, I can say now it has definitely repelled them. It definitely has pushed them back. They're not breaking into my car as much or at all. I think they've gotten in before I got this system on this vehicle. I've got an older vehicle. Again, I'm a targeted individual. The common thread with targets is workplace harassment, vehicle tampering, destruction of relationships that become turds, or they become relationships altogether. And man, this stuff makes me kind of sad. I'll be real, man. I'm numb to it at this point. I'm kind of numb to the fact that I've been getting so traumatized for so many years straight that this just feels, you just get numb to their trauma to where they normalize abnormal behavior. This is the new norm for targets. So you get used to it. You're like, I'm back at the car mechanic again. And then now it got to the point where I can't go to your bell tire. They totally screwed me around, right? I can't go to lied to me. Oh no, you're going to be right here. One of them told me this. We're trying to find $1 million. We're trying to see if you. I'm like, I'm not rich, buddy. I said, you're not going to extort anyone in my family or anything. You must think that I come from money or something. I'm like, yeah. If this was a bloodline thing, right? And that's the other thing. If this was a bloodline thing, I think it's jealousy. They're thinking that my family is more powerful than we actually are. I'm related to pockets of people in my family that have amassed some money, right? There are some millionaires that I'm related to. There was some Masonic stuff in my side. There was some Knights of Columbus. And oddly enough, that guy became a millionaire and lost all of it. Or he lost all of it to where he walked out with $100K. Right? I don't come from buku dollars, man. So these gang stalkers they're extorting my family and me and wasting my time. They're doing it to someone who's not wealthy, bro. I'm not wealthy, right? I'm not trying to say I am. I'm not trying to waste anyone's time. I'm not trying to appeal to anyone. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I don't care. So, the only people I want to appeal to are targeted individuals, because I'm one of them, and I can tell you without a doubt, targeting is absolutely real. Gang stalking is absolutely a factual matter, and it needs to get brutally exposed. Someone's got to go out there and brutally bring these people to light. And I'm going to say this is a pure fact. Another accurate claim is that I'm not suicidal currently, and I'm not currently not homicidal or suicidal. And I don't want to hurt anyone else. I don't want to hurt any animals. I don't see dead people. I don't hear ghosts. By the way, though, that's what fluoride is designed to do, and a lot of the chemicals, but primarily fluoride and chlorine put together. And that's putting our water supply to shut down the pineal gland, so that we're all just surface level thinkers. We're not thinking in depth. We're not looking at the bigger picture, right? We're not questioning reality. We're not looking at the laws of the universe. We're not looking at physics, math, all of it. We're not able to see all that stuff simultaneously, because we have these negative chemicals that atrophy the pineal gland. And this is pure science. This is pure fact. Unlike the junk crap that your psychologist and your psychiatrist regarding gang stalking and regarding a lot of other things, they will try to tell you. I had one of them gaslight me, and I told him what gaslighting was while we were at the appointment. I said, oh yeah, that sounds a lot like this or that. He said, oh, or I said, yeah, I believe that there is a God and etc. And if you mention anything about God or higher power of holiness or righteousness or anything to a psych or a shrink or a therapist, because therapists will participate. You're going there for therapy, yet they're willing to gaslight you, lie to you. Once you start talking about the problem of, because, this is my form of therapy. Getting on here and talking about this, not being dramatic, not being melodramatic, any of that stuff. Just sitting here talking about it to you guys. Open-ended conversation. You can come in with a positive, anything. Positive comment. But back to what I was saying is I had to spit because I put a dip in so I can relax. Get a little buzz while I'm doing this. Hey, if I put alcohol down and now I'm dipping Copenhagen snuff and I put smoking down, I don't view that as terrible. I'm not really a drinker anymore because the health issues that gang stalking's created. But the psychs and the doctors and all those people are going to disregard that there's a spiritual reality. There's a spiritual dimension and area of existence. And they will gaslight you and say, oh, now you believe you're talking to God. I said, no. I said, I believe that there is a God. And I believe, if I want to have a conversation with him, I'm not talking to myself. I'm not answering myself. That's what they'll say. As long as you're not answering yourself. I'm like, okay, fair enough. If that makes you feel better, fair enough. If your pharmacology book, and you know what the psych told me, this is the Bible of Big Pharm, is of the psychs of the psych world, is the pharmacology book. He said, still not convinced? Let me go further. Tried to sell me. They're sales agents. Most of your doctors that are pushing this agenda are drug dealers. I've got more respect for the guy that sells clean marijuana than the guy that says, you know what, you need some Zoloft, Lexapro, Paxil, Daytrana, and Adderall, and I'm going to send you on your way. And they've done that to me. They pulled that game on me with most of these drugs. Your body is made out of what? Organic material. We're not made out of metal. Your body can't, your liver and your kidneys, which are filtration, organs, cannot handle over prolonged periods. It's been proven. This is common. This should be common sense. So it's common sense for the target in the awakened, the enlightened, is high level knowledge to the common basic Bob, the common idiot. Again, they're the common idiot because they're not a chosen one. And I'm not downing you if you're not a chosen one. You're just a regular person. Good for you. We're all being compared. We're all living this life. This is a big competition, and we're still being compared to people in our functionality, in our productivity in life, and our output based off our input is not equating properly because you're doing things correctly. Yet you, me, and all the other targets in the community are being prevented. Yeah, we're being prevented. Another word is they're thwarting us legally. They're legally thwarting us and preventing us from financial freedom. They're attacking our overall, financial well-being, our overall freedom of American, what we were told was the American dream. The American dream is bullshit. What I want to do is if I stay in America long term, I'd still like to believe in God we trust and all that bogus sales tactics that America sold us. In God we trust and God bless America. No, what they should do, and to be honest with it, is they should just put the square and compass Masonic, symbol and say, in Masonry we trust, in witchcraft we believe, and because that's what they really believe. That's what they're really practicing, right? They're cowards. This is just all a sales tactic, S-corp sales tactic. And have we ever even repaid as a country any debt? Do we haven't even have a debt repayment plan to any of the countries we owe money to, including China? And the answer is a big fat no. We might have made payments before and repaid them and had trade with these people, but I don't believe that we're ever going to get out of debt. The Great Reset, I believe, here's my take on it. It's incorporated with the New World Order. The New World Order is separate from the other stuff, but the New World Order is there to just unify. Hint the word university, uni, to bring together as one, right? So everyone's on the same page. They want to make it seem like university, we're unifying you. They're bringing you, when someone graduates from a university, this is what this guy told me. He gave me a little key. When you graduate from the university, you get a degree in the Illuminati. You get a degree. You elevate through the degree of the Masonic club, the system, the alumni, the Illuminati. Very similar. Alumni is very symbolic to Illuminati. You have lum, which means to illuminate. The Illuminati itself, you translate it, means the enlightened ones. Their version and their take on enlightenment is ritual, witchcraft, sorcery, black magic, white magic, Wicca, paganism, sacrificing animals, killing chickens, smearing blood, drawing up pentagrams. That's what they do. I'm going to say it flat out. This country does not, this country does not support the belief in God we trust, the phrase, and God bless America. That went out the window a long time ago. The national anthem went out the window. I've heard, now this may not be true, rumors that public schools most of them don't even use clocks with hands anymore. They want to get away with that so people don't know how to read both clocks. I've also heard that, I might be wrong, they took cursive out of the picture. That's so people don't know how to diversify themselves, right? And I might be wrong, but I've read that. But again, targets also get half-baked search results. They get saturated search results because they're modifying and controlling what we're able to see when we search anything on Google and we go looking for it. They don't want targets to know any more truth than we already know. We've awakened, which means we've unplugged from the matrix, which means we've broken our programming. It's a domino effect. We've raised our vibration. They don't want that. They want everyone to get their fluoride, to shut up, get in line, get their McDonald's, and shut up even more. Go watch Netflix and chill. You go back to your 9 to 5. I'm putting it out there the way it needs to be put out there because there's only a few channels out there pertaining to gang stalking that are really telling the truth. Anyone that's amassed any amount of wealth was not truly gang stalked, and they're making a ton of money now. They're not being gang stalked. Why? Because they're not having problems with deposits, withdrawals, interest being accrued and accumulated on their accounts. They're being allowed to do it. So anyone that's on here that's saying, they've been through a lot of shit, they might have been through a lot of shit, but are they still? No. With targets, it's ongoing. It's continuous. It's permanent. You can make as many complaints to the police department as you want, and what they'll try to do is lock you up, call you crazy, ask you if you're on any meds, and that you see it happening time and time again with new targets that don't know what's going on, and they try to explain their situation, and they want validation, and they want people to believe them, but it's just not going to happen. There's some cops that don't know what's going on, and they play into the strategy by saying that you fit the criteria. Now it's time for the cop to play doctor, and the doctor's playing clowns, and the cops are just white knights, and so are the doctors. And now I'm not saying every doctor out there and big farm is going to do you wrong. I'm saying most of them will. Unless they're a Christian doctor or they're a holistic doctor. That's why holistic doctors exist. That's why they cost so much money. That's why insurance companies won't cover the costs, mostly. I found this out. They won't cover the cost of any premiums, deductible, any they want to alleviate you of any full payment. They'll make you pay full price for a holistic doctor. Now, why is that? Now, why won't insurance cover that? Because that's actually the truth. They won't cover all natural cures because that's actually the truth. They won't cover. I'm not saying that all pharmaceuticals are bad. I'm saying that most of them are bullshit. Most of them will cause cancer. Most of them put too much strain on your kidneys and your liver because it can't filtrate those chemicals properly in your body. They can't process those chemicals repetitively over time because that crap builds up in your body. And they've been having me on drugs for so many years. It's put weight on me. What's happened? I lost 40, 50 pounds. Right? I used to be almost 240 pounds. I'm now like 205, 210 solid. All right. I don't look like my weight. I look like I'm built like a boxer, right? An athlete. Used to play hockey. Used to play soccer. Used to run track. I'm 30 years old. Obviously, I'm not in high school. Obviously, I'm not a professional athlete. Obviously, that's not going to happen. Too old. There's people that are too fresh that have been doing this. They're younger, and they're just, just more talented or whatever at sports, or they had been awakened. Now, I think if you're an athlete, but you're an awakened athlete, you're going to be a better athlete. You're going to have better memory recall. You're going to be a clear-headed person. That's when I started getting targeted. When I got on varsity hockey, I was targeted my whole life, but That's when I started to realize I was targeted. I didn't understand. I thought it was because I was smoking pot, doing this. What about everybody else smoking pot, right? In high school. What about everybody else? They've created this narrative that if you smoke pot, you'll become a burnout. If you smoke pot, you'll lose your motivation. That's if you smoke it like it's going out of style. If you smoke it medicinally, that's completely different tool. It becomes a tool to fall asleep from the sleep deprivation of gang stalking. And it's a progressive and sequential series of events that unfolds for the targets. And, suppression is used, neglect is used, disrespect is used, directed conversations are used with surveillance. And, spiritual knowledge that comes from the spiritual dimension and realm of understanding of occult practice to have hidden knowledge about your life. A lot of warlocks and wizards and witches participate with gang stalking. A lot of low-level jinns are involved with gang stalking. So, and all the way up to your highest level, witchcraft practicing Freemasons. Because that's what they'll do. And not all of them do it, but a lot of them will eventually do it. If they go higher up, they're inevitably going to do it. If they're 33rd degree, they've been practicing witchcraft for all those other degrees, knowingly. Now they've come to the realization that Lucifer is their god. That he is the light bearer. He is the truth teller. And he's a liar. It's just the exact opposite. And I still can't get hired anywhere. And I'm trying to do some stuff online. I'm having some success, but I need to make money with it. But I'm being very careful, and I'm trying to secretively kind of dark launch it to where, nobody sees it and random people buy from me. And I'd like to contact an influencer out there, but again, I'm a target. Who am I? I'm a nobody. I'm what they call a second-class citizen, and nobody, just good for nothing. And I have skills that are worth something. I don't have a college degree. I've dropped out of college because of getting harassed from these institutions and these organizations, systematically and repetitively intimidating me, depriving me of my rights, depriving me of my freedom, depriving me as an American citizen. Yet they'll let these foreigners come here and set up camp and immediately thrive, immediately set up a gas station and be booming millions of dollars a year. Now, if I set up a notary stamp around here, and I have a new commission number because every notary stamp that I've had has been stolen, broken. The police have broken my notary stamp. The ex-girlfriend, it was not a girlfriend, she was a perp, handler, honeypot. They gave me herpes, and now I've cured myself virtually of that from an all-natural cure. They virtually, just totally blacklisted me from all employment. I mean, it's purely amazing. I go to any job, you guys know, you get harassed off the job. They're not trying to help you. So anyone that says, well, it's just for your own good, or you just don't understand, or you're almost there, you're not quite understanding everything properly, you'll get it. You're almost there. I haven't had them come out and say, oh, he'll freak out eventually. He's just, soaking it in, but they're thinking that. I know that that's what they want. They want me to freak out. I had my grandmother recently tell me she wanted me to hit her in the face, and that, why? She wanted me to hit her in the face. I said, I absolutely won't do that. I won't promote violence. I promote self-defense. She said, because I want to see you go back to jail, and I want to see you see what it feels like to really suffer. on top of all the other suffering, right? That wasn't enough. They got to see me really suffer. That I haven't been through enough. I need to go through more hell. I need to go through more torture. I have parts of my head where now I have alopecia, where my hair fell out and it won't grow back. It's growing back, but I don't know if it'll grow back in full ever, permanently ever again. And that it's just, man, you know what? It's a huge ripoff. That's what this is. And the people that are elite of elite, they might have been tortured at one point and oppressed, but look at them now. Are they being tortured? Are they being oppressed? The media might make it seem like it, again, the soap opera, but, the Hollywood fakers, it might make it seem like, oh, they're going through scrutiny. No, they're not. They're rich. They're not going through scrutiny. Like I said, they're allowed to make deposits. They're allowed to make transactions. They're allowed to purchase whatever they want. They're part of the elite. And if you're part of the elite, you're saying that you've been targeted, you're a liar. That's what you are. You're a sheep in wolf's clothing that's trying to deceive everyone. Look at how many times they switch religions, right? Look at how many lies they want to promote. Look at how many religions they believed in their life, and how often they continue to switch religions. That's because they're liars. That's what it is. They're Satanists, and they're just trying to promote, they're trying to promote to the basic man. They're trying to appeal to the basic man that you can be whatever you want as long as you put your mind to it. That is not true. That's a lie. That's another Disneyland Mickey Mouse mindset. They're trying to sell you on no fat. They're trying to sell you on becoming a perfectionist. Only the strongest will survive. The survival of the fittest mindset is where we're at in the world. Everyone's acting like they don't have any tolerance or any patience, that they're on point, that you're just missing it. And when I'm being polite, I went to another job thing recently, job fair. I asked her a few basic questions just for verification. She was rude. Another Karen, another menopause, post-menopause Karen, got a stick up her ass, being rude, pulls in right when I pull in front of me at the same time. That's surveillance. Look at the timing. Look at the timing of it, guys. The synchronicities, the same time exit and entry. You're not crazy. You're not delusional. You're being surveillance. I'm being heavily scrutinized and surveillance. And I may not make it out of this. They may kill me. They may get to me. And I've accepted that. It's like Snowden said, if they want you, the most famous targeted, one of the most famous targeted individuals in modern day, if they want you, they'll get you in time. And that's true. If they want to tap you out and they want to get you to the point where you're relying on people for money, they want to get you to the point where you're dysfunctional, where you're obsessed with gang stalking, because that's where they want you. Because I said, okay, I'll just ignore them. Before I had the security system, I'm like, and it took me a very long time to get, all the cameras that I need. I still don't even have all the cameras I need. And, I said, I'll just ignore them. I'm getting bullied on steroids, and I just won't allow them to get me, upset. And that didn't work. It works, but only if you have cameras working in the background for you, gathering this evidence and this information, that if anyone were to cross your camera on the wrong area, I'm filing an immediate police report, because then I have a valid reason. And then the police will say that, oh, do you have any proof? Do you know who came in and stole this or stole that? No, looks like we won't further our investigation. We'll just make a report. Like I said, I'm currently not suicidal and I'm not homicidal. I don't want to harm anyone. Only with the exception of self-defense. as should anyone. Anyone that is legally allowed to have a gun and someone breaks in your house should legally be allowed to shoot that person or allow that person to leave while aiming a gun at them. And that is what we've been told we're allowed as Americans to do. But if I'm telling you, most targets did that. They try to be giving us a life sentence, try to lock us up. They've locked me up, and they've locked me up for things you guys haven't done. I know it. Not all of you, but most of you have taken a few trips to the psych unit, your local psych unit in your hospital, where they want to promote trash bag science that has no valid claim. It's got no valid proof. They won't show you the proof. They don't want to get down to the real roots of what gang stalking is and organized harassment. They just want to sit there and lie. But it's a little, targeting rant. I'm pissed off. I'm not happy with my situation. I'm going to keep moving forward. And if they get to me and I absolutely stop making videos and they take my channel out, you guys will know. That's an indicator that I was either silenced, I was taken out, killed, or I was locked into an institution. I'm just saying this right now in case they do anything. I'm saying this ahead of time in case they do anything in the near future. So you guys will know. You guys will know. You will know that I was not making this shit up. And you guys know that you're not making this shit up. You can't make it up. This is like a nightmare. This is a movie. This is like a horror film nightmare mixed in with a drama series. These people view it as they're honorable. They're just carrying on the torch of harassment. They're honorable to their powers that be, their higher ups. They're just doing as they're told. They don't even know why they're doing it. A lot of these people have the look of, when I wave at them and smile at them, they don't return the favor. They sit there and stalk and harass, and they sit there and peek their head through the door and sit there and open my door up while I'm asleep, and violate me while I'm asleep. Take my clothes off or scratch me, or they want me to know they put marks on my body. When I wake up, I've got new marks, scratches, or looked like where they're trying to do surgery on me a few times. And a lot of you guys talk about covert druggings. I've been covertly drugged. I've been, I've consumed drugs through my water supply. I've consumed drugs through my food. And I can tell you for a fact, I knew I was drugged. I've had rape attempts. People try to rape me and failed miserably. And with that, I'm going to get going. You guys be safe, and you'll know if I was taken out. And again, I'm pro-life, anti-abortion, and anti-gang stalking. So screw these guys. If I can just, this is the third or fourth channel I put out that the other ones were taken out. So they were hacked. They were shut down. I can't access the account. And some of the things that they'll try to edit footage to make it seem like you're saying this or that. No, I'll know if this is the original make and make copies of it. And you guys will know if something bad happens to me. I'll keep giving you updates, and I'm going to make more frequent videos. I'm going to get back into it because I'm starting to feel better. And I'm determined to expose this criminal syndicate that's currently been running our world and has been running our world prior to even my existence, long before I was even a thought, long before I was even in the womb or even a baby or a maid or any of us were even thought of. They've been doing this probably for thousands of years, since the structure of civilization has even existed. So with that, guys, I'm just putting it out there the way it is and the way it should be put out there, the way I view it. So, I'm going to put a fundraiser out on the next video. And with that, guys, be safe. And if you're having health issues, I pray that you get better and you heal up, myself included. Hope that I can grow my hair back, heal my foot up, and completely get rid of this herpes. Other than that, I'm gonna sign off. Bye.